Brent Besosa with the Real Estate Freedom Club, where we teach real estate agents how to earn their freedom, right? We all got into this business, or a lot of us, or most of us got into this business because we wanted the time freedom that real estate would give us, or at least we thought, until we got in and we found we were trapped by all the things that go on and claim our time in real estate, right? Well, today we're going to be talking about two things. We're going to be talking about the Bling, right, and VUCA. So stay tuned. You're going to want to watch this as we go. You're going like, what is VUCA? We're going to talk about VUCA and how it's affecting your business and how the Bling is affecting your business. So stay tuned. All right, Bling, man. When I got into this business and in real estate, one of the things I came to understand real quick was he who can generate the leads is going to make a good living. So I went out, found one of the best. Now I'm going back. This is back when we were putting a lot of different things together to do lead gen off of Facebook, right? And which has completely changed in that time. That's where VUCA is going to come in, and we're going to talk about VUCA in a minute, right? So it completely changes the landscape as we're going on through. So I was an early adopter, got on involved in it, started generating leads, started selling homes, started getting listings, those types of things off it. And it worked real well until it didn't. And then it had to make changes and adapted, or Facebook made big changes and came on in, and then we were all scrambling to adapt, right? So that is VUCA. VUCA is volatility, and we need to learn how to thrive in volatility in our day and age. If you don't learn how to thrive, agents, in volatility as far as our market is concerned, right? And the third one is complexity, and how do we simplify all these complex things going on? And the next one is, if I can say this right? Ambiguity, right? And that sort of goes back to confusion and what do I do, and kind of multiple steps, right? Well, here's where I see the problem today. If you're not careful, real estate agents especially, the whole market has developed from a few guys that were teaching how to lead gen and that sort of stuff, 2 or 3 that were really kind of cutting the edge of the internet and how to grab leads and use them for marketing off social media, pay-per-click, whatever you have. As that changed, now you get on the internet and God forbid you ever click on something, because you're going to get bombarded with, this one's got the bling. He's got the answer. This is the answer. This is the answer. This is the answer. This is the answer. And you find yourself spending money and running around all over the place, and none of them seem to work, when in fact, I think a lot of them could work. A lot of them do work, okay? But when we don't have a system to end up neutralizing uncertainty, where we know we have a system we're going to get into, the bling can cause you to go broke and can cause you to ruin your business, okay? We don't make money on the bling. I'm going to tell you something. Making a Facebook ad is a $10, $20 an hour job. As a real estate agent, I should be making, if I'm going to make a decent living, a good living, and I'm going to be in that top 10% of agents, I should be making $300, $400 an hour when I'm working. Otherwise, I'm going to be fly fishing. Otherwise, I'm going to be flying my hawk, right? So that's bling, and that we tend to chase all those things around, and we really need a system. One of the things that we teach here at the Real Estate Freedom Culture is to kind of bring things down and focus on a system. And then it's okay to come over here and dabble a little bit, right, as agents, and say, does this work? And it does. We constantly have to keep our eye on the future as things change on the internet, right? Otherwise, we find we're doing things and they no longer work anymore. Or a big tech company comes out and it's like, they're going to do this and it's going to neutralize their business. No, they're not. Not my business, they're not. Because we're going to learn how to do things and how to gain back our time freedom that we lost, okay? So anyway, that's bling and that's VUCA. If you would, if you're on YouTube, just reach down and hit subscribe to follow us. And we're going to be going deeper into these things as we go through. We're going to be going more into Bling. If you're on Facebook, if you would, just hit the like button and follow us button and keep up as we continue to bring more things on how you can become successful as a real estate agent, right? So here's another thing that I see, especially young agents coming in today. We are in the midst of a shift and a change in real estate, especially for the real estate agent, even more so. We have companies like Zillow coming in and Redfin and different companies like that want to neutralize the agent, that want to say all agents are the same. I mean, if we're realistic about it, hey, agent to agent here, I mean, I don't know where you're at, but here with 120 hours of training, okay, and you pass a couple of tests, they give you the badge of real estate agent, okay? And we won't get into some of the things I'd prefer to talk about, how it should be more of a professional designation. You don't go to become an attorney, right, or a doctor with 120 hours and next you're operating on people or you're defending people or you're prosecuting people. It doesn't happen, okay? Yet in real estate, which some folks were working with their largest asset that they have, that's how it works. So we get a lot of young people coming in and they're watching these people that have been around a while, right? And they have deep pockets into their sphere of influence that they've developed way back before the internet was around and generating the leads were around. And a young agent comes in and he's sort of like, how in the world do I go? So then they start jumping into, and I talk to so many agents, and they'll be asking me about lead gen on those types of things. And I'll say, well, inevitably it's going to come to Facebook, even though I think there's things better than Facebook. But anyway, it comes to Facebook and they say, yeah, man, I got to start posting more on my Facebook. You're wasting your time. Facebook is going to throttle exactly how many people see those posts, right? I used to pay a service. Matter of fact, they still may. I quit paying them years ago, but I still think they're still posting because it's an automatic thing where they post up all sorts of junk type of stories and stuff. People don't stop to read that stuff, right? I mean, think about it. Do you read it? No. Happy Mother's Day, although it's a great sentiment. Okay. I love you, Mom. Right? It's a great sentiment, but for a real estate agent, people want value coming out of their real estate agent. Show me value. Okay. We want to, I've got something popping up here on my computer here. They want value from the real estate agent. So those are some of the things we need to bring, but, it popped up again. Those are some of the things we need to bring, but it's not coming from putting a bunch of posts up on Facebook. If you want to make money on Facebook and you want to lead gen, okay, you're gonna have to spend money. And that is the difference between an employee mentality and an employer mentality. An employer realizes in order to reach people I want to reach, I have to spend advertising money. It's worked this way before the internet, right? So, but now we come along and we think, well, lead gen for free. Or we think that reaching our sphere is for free. None of that is true. And you're going to go broke quickly and you're going to struggle with getting sales if that's the mindset. Okay. But again, hit like button, subscribe on YouTube and stay tuned. We're going to be bringing you tons more. Hey, this week coming up, we've got a great interview with an agent that you're not going to want to miss. I'm not even going to tell you who she is. You just need to show up. She's one of the top producers, and we're going to pick her brain as to what in Arizona, as to what got her successful and having a team with over $100 million a year in sales. Okay. So Matt, it's great hanging out with you. Look forward to seeing you again soon.